Hello everyone, this is a sales call with Dr. Kurt Von Rice of Von Rice Family Chiropractic. Kurt came to me from a direct messaging effort, and he is unsure if his website is getting him any business or if he is seeing any type of real traffic from his site either. Looks like something's happened recently. And calls at 3, so I'm going to contact him here in a minute. Dog chiropractor. So that has shown recent interest. And the site is struggling. December 2013. Alright, let's call Kurt.
Hello?
Hi, Kurt.
Yes.
Hey, it's Charlie with Mountain Man Digital. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm great, thanks. Just
Hold on a second. I'm trying to figure everything out here. There
Sure.
we go. I just had to tip my doohickey here.
I hear you. Nothing ever seems to work exactly the way you want the first go around.
Right.
Okay, well, thanks for showing a splash of interest in what I do over here. I took a look at your practice website, vonricechiro.com.
Right.
Took a look at your Facebook page and ran some techie reports over here on my end to kind of get a feel of what's going on. And I think the best thing that we could do today, Kurt, is what I call a strategy session. So what I do is just get a feel for what you're doing to market your practice right now, what's working, what's not. And that can be online or offline, whatever it might be. Once I get a good feel for that, I'll give you as much free advice as I can. Stuff that you can do today to move that needle in the right direction. What's up, Kurt?
Okay. If I disconnect from you, call me right back.
Okie dokie. Got it.
Are you there?
I'm still here.
Okay, I was switching over to earbuds. Sorry.
No problem.
This way I've got 2 hands to write with.
Awesome. Okay, perfect. So, yeah, give you free stuff, free information, get some new patients actually coming in through the website or through Google, stuff like that. After I do all that, if I think I see something in my paid world that I think will make sense for you and your practice, I'll tell you what it is, the price, the terms, all the features, and hopefully we can move forward. Does that sound fair?
Okay. That sounds very fair.
Awesome, man. So, I guess to dive right in, other than my awesome direct messaging skills, what made you decide that now is the time to get on the phone with someone like me?
Well, I've been on the phone with people like you, and I haven't seen what I wanted to see. Just a little background. I just ended a contract with Holistic Health Media. Either I'm not smart enough to work their autopilot system, or they're not generating. We got a lot of leads. Most of them did not return phone calls. A lot of them no-showed without phone. I've had 2 or 3 come in out of the 50 leads that they generated.
Got it. Okay. And what platform did they use to generate those leads? Billboards, Facebook ads?
Facebook.
Okay.
And I just signed up with a company for a year called DeerDoc.
Okay.
Are you familiar with them?
A little bit. Tell me what you're doing with them.
They are doing the chat bot on my website.
Got it.
And they threw in the chat bot on Google so that you don't even actually have to go to my website.
Yep.
If you pull me up in Google, then the chat bot appears there, and they're going to run 2 PSAs a week on Facebook for me.
Okay.
And I have an orientation call with them at 12:30. So.
So you're talking to them right after. Okay, cool. So that's a new endeavor.
Right, and what I saw was something about. With like a cob or something. Thank you. I saw your thing and I thought, well, if I'm paying this money for them to put the stuff on the website, then I should learn as much about getting my website in front of people as possible.
Sure. Okay, cool. What else are you doing for marketing?
That's pretty much it. The rest of it is word of mouth, and I'm working on the referral generation thing at the office. That's never been a big part of what I was able to accomplish. So
I see. Okay.
I'm involved with Epic Practice, if you know them, Dave Jackson. Mm-hmm. And my focus in there is the table talk and organic part of things.
Got it. Okay. Okay, sweet. So, seems to me like you're trying a number of different things right now, and you haven't quite found the thing that's getting the phone to ring specifically.
Right.
Okay. Have you had anything that's worked really well in the past?
No, I mean, I have been in practice 32 years, and when I started, marketing was having your name in red in the yellow pages.
Right, sure.
And I've just always existed on the few referrals I've got and the little stuff off insurance websites, and I'm tired of that, and I figure I've got maybe 10 years left, 15 years if I'm really healthy, and I want to blow the doors off before I go out.
Awesome. Cool. Okay. Well, I think there's probably a few simple things I can share with you, Kurt, to get you closer to blow the doors off right off the bat. I think the first one, and you're probably going to have to write this one down because it might not make sense to you right off the bat, but your website's SSL isn't there. And I'm mentioning this before everything because it's that important. And I really want to make sure that if you get nothing else from this call, you get in touch with whoever you need to get the SSL set up on your website. And that's the secure site label. Okay? And what that is when you go to a website, like back in the day it was HTTP : / Now it's HTTPS. The S is for secure. And what that means is that the link between the person on your site and your site's servers is encrypted, which is really nice, just first of all, because you don't have to worry about your site getting hacked, and the user doesn't have to worry about the site hacking them. Furthermore, it is imperative for HIPAA compliance to make sure that you're dotting all your I's and crossing all your T's when you start to get patients to this site. Excuse me. You will need to have an SSL encryption. Very, very important. So, who are you hosting your site with currently?
It's hosted with GoDaddy.
Okie dokie. So you pay them like $20 a month or something, and the site stays up?
Yeah, it's $160 a year or something like that, yeah.
Excuse me. I need to grab a drink. Just a second.
Go ahead.
Thank you. All right, so what you'll be able to do then, Kurt, is when you log into GoDaddy, I almost guarantee somewhere in there, like right at the top menu, it'll say like SSL encryption, and you might have to pay like some amount less than $10. Like a lot of places do $7.95, and that will allow them to install your SSL certificate on the site. So definitely do that, because Google, I think 2 years ago now, maybe longer, they said that they will do no new indexing on a site that's not SSL'd. It's like the new gold standard for how sites need to be.
Okay.
So I think if I had to guess with this site, I bet you it was driving you 5-10 phone calls a month for years, and then for the past couple of years it's probably started to dry up. Is that about right?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, so that's probably like the number one way to just get you back to those 5 or 10 calls. You know, that can be a really quick, easy fix right there. The other thing I would say... Now, I didn't pull up your Google My Business. Shucks. Hold on just a second. Okay. And you have a very nice filled out Google My Business. That is awesome.
Yeah, Google rolled into my office.
Oh, really?
About 6 months ago. Yeah. And for like $300 or $350, they cleaned up all my addresses.
Mm-hmm.
And they shot photos of the office with the tour.
Yeah.
I couldn't hire a photographer for that.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
It's a really nicely filled out Google My Business, and I can't tell you how important that is. So that was a good $350 you spent. Now,
right.
Do you get folks that contact you through this relatively often?
No.
Interesting. Okay.
Not yet. But like I said, adding that Dear Doc component to it, that's what I want to do.
Okay. 14th. And you're making posts on the Google My Business as well, which is good.
Is that the reviews?
No, see, that is the most important thing to get. But actually as well, I don't know if it's you or it probably is someone else. Someone else is making posts on your Google My Business. Just like a Facebook post, you can make posts on your Google My Business. It's a relatively new feature, but since it's new, nobody's using it. And if you're using it, Google just treats you that much better.
Okay. That is either Chiropractor or Review Wave.
Okay. Got it. So there's
because I use Review Wave to get. I figured out the reviews were important.
Yes.
And I don't know how to get all of that done.
Mm-hmm.
So Review Wave is a couple $100 a month.
Right.
And they generate that as well as doing the patient appointment reminders through my software.
Oh, very cool. Okay. And
I think they're overpriced. If I find a good software to change over to, before I do that, I'm just going to get somebody to write me a link that we can send to people to get the review.
Yeah, that's all stuff that I automate away. You know, I have a lot of people who say, "Oh, I use Review Wave and they're so great," and I'm like, you know, you can just make a short link and then send it to people. And then, like, for appointment reminders, you probably got some appointment reminders via email for this call, right? I got
a bunch of them.
Yeah. That's just a system called Schedule Once, which is like not even. I think it's $15 a month. And I just schedule appointments with that. You can spend a little bit more to also send text message reminders, which would probably behoove you, because they're paid appointments versus free ones. So that would probably be a great way to kind of automate away all that stuff and save yourself a bunch of money every month. So yeah, definitely set up the short link for your Google My Business. And I'd say right in line with the chiropractic coach you're working with, come up with a good testable script to make like an easy transition, after the adjustment when you're talking about report of findings. Figure out a nice way that you like to say to a patient, gosh golly gee, it really helped me if you left a review on my Google My Business. Can I text you the link, Sally Joe, or whatever her name is? And just doing it right from your phone real fast is a great way to do it. Or get your front desk person, get your CA, to just add that into her workflow where, like, you email a report of findings and then you send another email right after that's 1 sentence long with the link for the review. Just boom, boom, so that you get that little bit of extra interest. So...
Yeah, I don't know how to set up the short link even.
Okay.
So...
Well, let me do this for you then. I will email you a blog post of mine, which is all about how to set up your Google My Business and how to use it. Because it's pretty straightforward. It's like running your Facebook page, So if you know how to make a post on Facebook, change your profile picture, same type of stuff. So I'll shoot this over to you on Facebook. I talked to too many people, Kurt. Gotta find you here in my big list. There you are. Okay. So I just dropped that link to you on Facebook Messenger, so you'll be able to take a look at that. Now, I did do a look at your website in total, and it has really good content, which I imagine you wrote yourself.
No.
No?
No, I had my web guy do all of that.
Okay. And do you own this content?
I would think I do. Why wouldn't I?
Okay. That sounds like you do then. Usually, it has to be explicitly stated. Like, this is our content, you're leasing it from us, etc. Like Chiromatrix does that. Different companies like that. But you own all the stuff on this website?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in looking at it, Kurt, the thing that I'm seeing is that the site has all the right content, right? You have good images, you have good explanations of your services, the different types of things you do. It's just that the site is old, right? It's about 7 years old, but it's on WordPress. And WordPress is the right platform to be on. So I think really all you need is a new theme. If you know what WordPress is, that basically means a new look for the content on your site. And then you just need someone to get under the hood there and turn the wrenches so that the site follows Google's rules. And the number one that you're having a hard time with is mobile optimization. So the site isn't doing what it needs to when it's loading on a cell phone. And that's making it difficult for Google to want to serve it, if that makes sense, right? Like, even if you're the most relevant site for chiropractor in, where are you in Arizona? Phoenix, Arizona, right in the main heart of the city. Even if you're the most relevant site for that, Google's not going to want to serve it to someone who is on a phone. And that is, of course, like 90% of people now, right? They're searching for stuff on their phones. So I think SSL and after that, upgrading to a mobile optimized modern website would be the easiest way for you to start to see quick wins.
So, secure the SSL and then just a new theme?
A new theme, but yeah. And I'd say, are you still... Yeah, exactly. Are you still working with that web guy who made this site?
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I would send him...
When we get off the phone, I'm going to send him an email.
Okie dokie. Yeah, I would send him this report here. I'm going to drop this to you on Facebook as well. And this is a report from Google. It's called Page Speed Insights. And this is Google's assessment of your site. And
where did you send that?
That's in your Facebook Messenger. I sent it right to your Kurt Von Rice Facebook page. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I sent you my link about how to set up your Google My Business on there as well.
Okay.
So, and if you look here, it shows both mobile and desktop page speed. For desktop, your site's fine because it was built, 7 years ago when desktop was where people were searching for their chiropractor. Nowadays, it's on mobile, and your mobile score is an 11 out of 100. And so, it just needs to be gone through and completely updated. So I'd say if you're still friendly with your web guy, and you want him to redevelop the site, shoot him this report and just see what he recommends.
Okay, yeah, I'll shoot him an email and tell him that I'm going to send this via Messenger. I don't do a lot on Facebook.
Okay.
It's a pain in my ass.
So, I hate it too. Yeah, it's my business platform only.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to send him an email that just says SSL. We need to get the SSL. We need to set up mobile optimization and put a new theme on WordPress. And I'm going to send you a report via Messenger on what Google's looking at.
Yep. Or you could just copy the link off of Facebook Messenger and email it. Or if you like, I can email it directly to you. Whatever's easiest.
Would you email that and email me the blog post?
Yeah, sure.
Because I don't do Facebook on my computers. To be perfectly honest with you, Charles, if I'm on Facebook, I'm usually on the
toilet. You and most people, I imagine.
Yeah, but I'm honest about it.
Yep, there you go. Oh, man. Let's see. Let me
find it saves me having to take a magazine with me.
Exactly. Oh, yeah. For me, it's YouTube, right? Like, I like to watch, camping videos and stuff, so I'll pull one up.
Yeah.
Same thing. All right, so I'll shoot this email over to you. Let me just copy these links right into it right now so I don't forget. Get that here. All right, so the blog post on Google My Business and the report. Okay. And I'll just shoot those right over to you. So those are in your inbox now.
Perfect, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So, paid stuff that I think I might be able to help you with. We do have a service that we offer, which we call a page speed tune-up. And so, based on what I'm seeing here, all the stuff that you're trying to do, I think one of the biggest ways that you could win is just by getting this site into the 21st century. Get it to be a 2021 website. Because just like you're saying, you are going to have more folks engage with your practice with your chat feature that you're adding. And as you continue to get more reviews on your Google My Business, more folks are going to start to go to your website. And as all this stuff happens, Google is going to increase what they call your authority, right? But they still aren't going to be able to serve you any users because your site won't be mobile optimized, right? They'll go, oh man, if they show up on a PC, we're going to send them right to them, but that's only 10% of searches, right? So you're just missing out right there. And I think that is the most emergent thing you can do is get this site mobile optimized. So what a page speed tune-up is we take all the content on here, all the pictures, and we're going to, over the course of about a week, in our development schedule, and I'll fill you in on when that could be, we'll go ahead and tune this site up so that it's ready to accept business, is a great way to think of it, right? Like you have on the right jersey and the right cleats and the right shin guards to go play soccer. The ref won't let you on the field if you don't have your shin guards. We're going to get your site geared up so that it's ready to accept traffic. And since you have a relatively old site, that's actually a good thing. You have a long history with this domain name, vonricechiro.com. And so once you're following the rules, Google's going to start to serve you traffic. I can never guarantee anything, but with a 7-year history profile and with real content on the site and with the other stuff you're doing, I think that seeing, another 5 or 10 patients within a few weeks is definitely doable, and we'll get you like right back to that break-even point of what you're spending with me, I imagine, within a month or two.
Mm-hmm.
So, page speed tune-up would be definitely what I'd recommend.
Okay. What does that cost me?
Page speed tune-up is $1,000 flat. It's not rented or leased or anything like that. We literally just go in and turn the wrenches on the site you own and hand it back to you as something you own.
Okay.
And then what I always recommend after that is using our host, but it sounds like you have a good relationship with this guy you're working with, so maybe you want to use him as hosting or have him do maintenance. But I like to do hosting, of course, because, it's me. But we do all the HIPAA compliance stuff. We make sure you're there. We set you up with a vonricechiro.com email address. We can have an info ad, a sales ad. We can set up all those email accounts for you.
I have a vonricechiro.com email address that I run through Google.
Awesome. Yeah, we help to maintain that, basically.
Google is... Let me change the way I said this.
Okay.
GoDaddy is who I own my domain names through. Google hosts my office website.
Aha. Okay, got it. And then do you use like G Suite to check your email?
No. I use Mozilla Thunderbird because I've been using it for 20 years and I know how to work in it.
I hear you. Yeah.
I pay $30 a month to G Suite just so we've got it.
Got it. Yep.
Keeps
you compliant. Absolutely.
That's who the email comes through.
Mm-hmm.
But then I have Mozilla on my devices.
Yep.
Thunderbird, and I just have it sent straight over to Thunderbird where I can look at it.
Yeah, absolutely. I used to use Thunderbird for years, and the convenience of G Suite finally got me. Their app's really good.
What is your hosting fee?
So the hosting fee is $100 a month, and we keep your site tuned up the whole time. It stops you from having to spend that $1,000 ever again, basically. That also includes, like, if you want to upload a blog post, if you want to change a page, if you want to put a coupon on the site, if you have new pictures, you just email it to us. We do it in 24 hours.
I need somebody to write my blog post.
We have a copywriter on staff. Her name is Allison Strickland. She's not on staff. I contract through her. But she is a physical therapist who lives in the Midwest, and she moonlights as a medical copywriter. So if you need some stuff written, it's kind of like, write something about this. Here's the 3 major points I want you to cover. And then I send it to her, and she does that. That's $100 a blog post. And then included in our hosting, we SEO that for you. We make sure that you get the most Google horsepower possible out of your blog posts.
Okay. If I keep on, okay, I'm right here. Okay, so what it sounds like I need to do, Charles, and let's just talk about this, and I'm going to tell you to reach out to me in 4 to 6 weeks. Okay?
I didn't quite get you.
No, well, here's the deal. I just wrote Dear Doc a $9,000 check for the year.
Boy. Okay.
Well, okay, normally they're like $1,300 a month, and if I bought it for a year, it was $725, and I made them throw in the Google live chat, and I made them throw in the Facebook part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I wrote them that check. I'm going to talk to my web guy and have him optimize for mobile. I'm going to have him do the SSL, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And once I get that kind of running, then you make sense to me. So you are the next thing on my list of shit I need to spend money on.
Thank you, Kurt. I appreciate that. Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Because that does make sense. I realize that web is where it's at. I've never really got great performance out of my website. I'm going to be 59 this year, so I don't understand a lot of this. I need somebody, you know, and the guy who's done my site has done it for me pretty reasonably over the years, but we may just need to move this. He says he's got time to do it. I'm going to see what this looks like, because I sent him all the new pictures. So he should be uploading those pictures, and he and I need to sit down and have a strategy session and figure out if that's viable. But what you're telling me is I need the tune-up before I have you host me.
Yeah. I would, absolutely. Yep.
Because I'd rather pay you $100 a month and have you keep it constantly tweaked than pay you $1,000 up front, Charles. Let's be honest. Life is nothing but a math equation to me.
I know you would. But it's, you know what it is a lot of, Kurt, is that $1,000 is like an insurance policy for me. Because I can get into the back end of this site and go, oh, I just need to bop, you know? And it might be something that spread out over 12 months or figured out is just fine. Or you log into the back end and you go, oh boy. You know, I lose more money on page speed tune-ups than I make most of the time. It's a way for me to start working with you, you know, because a full site build, you know, I charge a good deal more depending upon what it needs. And you're most of the way there because you're on WordPress, you know, so we can get a login, we can work with it from there. But it wouldn't be the first time I was like, no, we're just going to do a fresh install. Nope, not even going to try. So, you know, it is what it is. I do half now, half on completion. You know, where like you give me $500 today, I get you in the development schedule, which would put you out probably to mid-May. And then like by the end of May, I'd have you settle up. We'll bring the fresh, updated site live, and it'll be hosted on our servers right after that. And we'll just ride off into the sunset.
Okay. That's something to think about. And is this number you called me from your contact number?
This'll work.
Okay.
Yep. Leave me a voicemail, though, because my phone is almost always on silent, and I will get back to you.
Okay. Was there anything else you saw that I needed to do right now? Or are those my two big freebies?
Those are really the two big things, Kurt. If you got those done and you called me back in 4 to 6 weeks, you'd probably just have the money to spend with me. I bet you a nickel.
Okay.
That should do the work. That should do a lot of the work for you. As you already know, because you already mentioned it, make a blog post. You know, start putting out a little bit more content and add your blog to the menu of your site. That would be a big thing too. I don't see it here. You have chiropractor, acupuncture, wellness, new patient center, office tour, horse and dog chiropractic, and contact. Put blog up here somewhere. Perhaps squish acupuncture and wellness together under like services to make it more truncated. And that's just really important because it gives Google a constantly updated item that is closer to the top of the sitemap using a little bit of SEO nerdage. Yeah, that should be something pretty simple for your guy to do as well.
Okay, and what I should do too is just Google how to make a blog post.
It's a great idea. Absolutely.
Okay.
And also your web guy should just be able to show you. On WordPress, It's really easy. Once again, kind of like a Facebook post type of thing. What's your subject?
Hey Charles, I've got that other call coming in. Can I call you back in about half an hour?
Sure. Absolutely. I'll be here.
Okay, thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Probably should have said no to letting him call me back, but if he does, he does. If he doesn't, he doesn't. Sounds like I might have to follow up with him in a little while. I don't think he wanted to spend the $1,000 today.